So hydrogen gas is prepared in the laboratory by reacting dilute hydrochloric acid HCl with the granulated zinc. Follows the reaction take place. Following reaction take place. That is zinc plus 2 HCl is giving ZnCl2 plus H2. Here, this reaction represents the 1 mole of the zinc when reacts with the 2 moles of hydrochloric acid. It gives 1 mole of ZnCl2 plus 1 mole of H2. Okay. Now here, as you know, the 1 mole of the zinc, that means the 65.3 grams, and 1 mole of the hydrogen, that means the 2 grams. Okay. Then what we have to calculate? Calculate the volume of the hydrogen gas liberated. Now 1 mole of the hydrogen gas always occupies the 22.7 liters, that you should know at the STP, standard temperature pressure. So calculate the volume of the hydrogen gas liberated at STP when the 32.65 gram of the zinc is reacting with the HCl. 1 HCl. So here, that is half mole of the zinc will produce half the volume of the uh, volume of the gas, which is, that is of the 22.7. So half of the 22.7, that is coming out to be 11.35. So here the answer is 11.35 grams. Okay, 11.35 liters. Okay, liters of the hydrogen gas is produced. Then the next question, that is 32 question. The density of 3 molar solution of NaOH is 1.11 gram per liter. So it is density is given. NaOH density is 1.11. Calculate the molarity of the solution. So if the density is given to you and the molality is given to you, then you can calculate the molarity. Okay, as you know, the formula of molarity is the number of moles of the solute divided by volume of the solution in the liters. So here what I have to do is that why I have to find out the volume of the solution in the liter. Okay, now for calculating the volume of solution in the liter, you should know that uh, what is the uh, what is the volume of the solution. What is the volume of the solution? Okay, so volume of solution is equal to, so for calculating the volume of solution, and I am having the density formula. So to calculate the volume of the solution, what I should have to do is that we first have to calculate the mass of the solution. Okay, and as you know that the mass of the solution is equal to mass of the solvent plus mass of the solute. So here first of all, the mass of the solvent is, we have to take the 1000 grams, that is the mass of the solvent, and the mass of the solute, that is the mass of the solute is the number of moles multiplied with the molecular mass. So the number of moles of Na molality, the number of moles. So now how we can get the number of moles? The number of moles is we get from the molality. So it is, here it is mentioned that it is a molal solution, and therefore molality is 3. So 3 into 40, 3 into 40 grams, that is coming out to be 120, and this 120 plus the mass of the solvent, that is equal to 1120, that is the mass of the solution. Now when I got the mass of the solution, I will apply the density formula. Density is equal to mass upon volume. Now what we have to calculate, the main thing is that the volume of the solution I have to find out. So my volume of the solution is equal to mass divided by density. Mass of the solution is 1120 divided by 1 divided by the density, that is 1.11. Okay, then so what I will do here is, in this case I will do this calculation, that is 1120 divided by the density 1.111. 1.110. Okay, 1.110, and that is coming out to be 1009. Okay, 1009 ml. Okay, that is the volume of the solution. Now here, once you get the volume of the solution, then we should have to express this volume of solution is expressed in the ml, and that we have to convert it into the liters. So ml is converted into liter by placing the decimal point. That means the year 1.009. Okay, that is the 1.009, and the molarity is equal to the number of moles, that is 3 divided by 1.009. So 3 divided by 1.009, that is equal to 2.97, 2.97, and this is the molarity. Okay, so this is the answer, that is 2.97. This is the molarity of the solution. Okay, so thus if we get the if I am having the molality, then I can calculate the molarity. Reverse is also true. If I know the molarity, then I can calculate the molality. Okay, then question number 32. Question number 32, see that volume of the solution changes with the change in the temperature. When will the molarity of the solution be affected by temperature? Give reasons for your answer. Now, as you know, the molality of the solution is not affected by the temperature, as the molality is expressed in the mass. So, mass does not affect, but only the volume is getting affected, and thus molarity is affected, but molality is not affected. Okay. Then see the question number 34. The if 4 grams of NaOH dissolved into 36 grams of the H2O, calculate the mole fraction of each of the component in the solution. Also determine the molarity of the solution. The specific gravity is 1 gram per liter. Okay, here the number of things which are given to you, that is the mass of the NaOH, that is 4 grams, and as you know, if I calculate the number of moles of the NaOH, that is 4 divided by 40, that is 0.1. So the number of moles of NaOH, that is coming out to be 0.1, and then mass of the H2O water is given, that is 36 grams, and this 36 grams, if I find out the number of moles of that 36 grams, 36 divided by 18, that is equal to 2 moles. So the number of moles of the water is equal to 2 moles, and if I find out the mole fraction of the water, that is equal to the number of moles of the water, that is 0.1. So here the number of moles of water is so here the number of moles of so here the number of moles of the water x x x1 is equal to the number of moles of the water, that is 0.1 divided by 0.1 plus 2, that is equal to 0.1 divided by 2.1, 0.1 divided by 2.1, and that okay, number of moles of the number of moles 0.1 divided by 2.1, number of moles of NaOH, this is the number of moles of the NaOH, and that is coming out to be 0.047. Okay, 0.047, that is the number of moles of the NaOH. Then find out the number of the moles of the water. So number of moles of the water will be 2 divided by 2 plus 0.1, that is equal to 2 divided by 2.1. So 2 divided by 2.1, that is coming out to be 0.95. Okay, 0.95, and finally what I have to calculate the mole. So this is the mole fraction, 0.95 Okay, 0.95 is the mole fraction of the water and 0.047 is the mole fraction of the NaOH. Now, what I have to calculate finally is the molarity of the solution. So, for finding out the molarity of the solution, the definition, the number of moles of the solute divided by volume of the solution in the liter. So, the number of moles of the solute, we know that it is 0.1 moles. Okay. Then what we have to find out the volume of the solution in the liters. So that we have to find out. So volume of the solution in the liter can be found out with the help of the uh, first volume of the solution in the liter, and that can be calculated. In the following question, the statement of the assertion A follows by the statement of the reason R is given. Choose the correct option out of the choices given below each question. So assertion is the empirical mass of ethene is half of its molecular mass, and the reason is the empirical formula mass represent the simplest whole number ratio of various atoms present in a compound. Now here the various options are given. Option A, first option is both A and A are true. R is the correct option of correct explanation of B, correct explanation of R. And the second option is A is true but R is false. Third option is A is false but R is true. And the fourth option is A and R are false. So here, if we see explanation number one, both A and R are true. दोनों भी सही है. दोनों explanation क्या है? सही है. And the R is the correct explanation of A. So R जो है reason ये correct explanation है A का. So the correct option is A, 1. Option number 1. Then question number 39. One atomic mass unit is given 12th of the mass of one carbon 12 atom, and the reason is carbon 12 isotope is the most abundant isotope of the carbon and has been chosen as the standard. Okay, so here if you see A, B, C, then I will having the explanation, that is the assertion. So if A, both A and R are true, but R is not the correct explanation of the A. Both of them are true. That is the statement A is also true and statement R is also true, but is the not correct explanation for A. So here second option is correct. And this explanation we can give it as like this. Carbon 12 is the one of the isotope of carbon and can be represented as 12C. In this system 12 carbon is assigned a mass of exactly 12 atomic mass, and the masses of all other atoms are given relative to this standard. One atomic mass unit is defined as a mass exactly equal to the 1/12 of the mass of one carbon 12 atom. Now, after this, the question number 40, that is a significant figures of 0.2 is 3, whereas the 200 is 1. Okay. Reason उसका reason है 0 at the end or right of the number are significant provided they are not at the right side of the decimal point. And here we have to see that the statements here. A is true but R is a false. R, that is the zero at the end, zero at the end, or right of the number are significant. ये जो है वो wrong है, that is R, reason is the wrong. Okay, the reason is the wrong. So the third point, A is true but R is false. A is true because the significant figures of 0.0 2.00 0.200 is 3, and 200 is 1. Okay, so question number 41, assertion A is combustion of 16 grams of methane gives the 18 grams of water, and reason is in the combustion of methane water is one of the product. Water is one of the product. So here the question here, 16 grams of methane. Okay, 16 grams of methane on combustion. It does not give the 1 mole of the water because it gives the 2 moles of the water. So A is the wrong answer, wrong assertion, and the reason, that is combustion of the methane, of methane, water is one of the product. Combustion of the methane, water is one of the product. So R is true. Yes, reason R is true, but A is false. So here the option here is the third option. A is false, but R is true. A is false, but R is true. That is the third option. Okay. After this, see the long answer type questions. In this case, long answer type of the questions. Question number 42. A vessel contains 1.6 grams of the dioxygen at STP. That means the 273 temperature and 1 atm pressure. The gas is now transferred to another vessel that contains the temperature where the pressure becomes half of its original pressure. Calculate point number 1, volume of the new vessel, and point number 2, number of the molecules of dioxygen. Here the point number 1, volume of the new vessel. Point number 1, that is volume of the new vessel, and point number 2, that is the number of the molecules of the dioxygen. So that I have to calculate. So the pressure, that is the 1 atm pressure. So P1 is equal to 1, T1 is equal to 273, and the volume V1 we have to find out. And as we know that 32 grams of the oxygen occupies the 22.4 liters of the volume at STP. Hence 1.6 grams of the oxygen will occupy the 1.6 into 22.4 divided by 32, that is equal to 1.12 liters of the volume. And now here the P2, that means the vessel, the another pressure, the next pressure is the next pressure is less, that is the half. So half of the pressure is there. So P1 divided by 2 is equal to P2, that is the half amount of the pressure. That means 1 by 2, that means 0.5 atm pressure. And for the 0.5 atm pressure, what will be the volume? V2. So V2 is equal to question mark. Now according to the Boyle's law, we have seen in the states of matter, that is P1 V1 is equal to P2 V2, and therefore V2 is equal to P1 by P1 into V1 divided by P2, that is 1 atm pressure into 1.12 liter divided by 0.5, that is 2.24 liters. So here V2, the new volume of the vessel, will be 2.24 liters. And the second point, that is the second number of the molecules of dioxygen. The number of molecules of dioxygen that is equal to here I will show here the number of molecules of the dioxygen, that is 6.022 into 10 raised to power 23, and that is multiplied by 1.6 and that is divided by 32. Why divided by 32? Because the atomic mass of the O2, molecular mass of the O2 is equal to 32, and number of molecules of dioxygen. So here the number of molecules of the dioxygen, uh, okay, number of moles. So I have to calculate the number of moles. 1.6 divided by 32 into that number of moles multiplied by the Avogadro number. And if I multiply it by the Avogadro number, then it is coming out to be 3.011. 3.011. Okay, into 10 raised to power 22. It is not. Yes, it is 22. 3.011 into 10 raised to power 22. Okay. Then question number 43. Calcium carbonate reacts with the aqueous HCl to give calcium chloride and CO2. And according to the reaction, CaCO3 plus 2HCl is giving CaCl2 plus CO2 plus H2O. What mass of CaCl2 will be formed when 250 ml of 0.76 mole HCl reacts with the 1000 gram of CaCO3? Name the limiting reagent. Calculate the number of moles of CaCl2 formed in the reaction. Now, in this question, what we have to calculate? Calculate the number of moles of CaCl2 formed. CaCl2 कितना बन रहा है ये हमें फाइंड आउट करना है. ओके, so for finding out the how many number of moles of CaCl2, CaCl2 is formed. So first of all, what we have to see is that the number of moles of the HCl. Here, the number of moles of the HCl, how to calculate the number of moles of HCl? Calcium carbonate reacts with the aqueous HCl and to give CaCl2 and CO2. What is the mass of CaCl2? And the 250 ml of the 0.76 molar HCl. Yes, here it is given, it is mentioned that the 0.76 molar HCl is there, and this 0.76 molar HCl is present in the 1000 ml. So in the 250 ml, how much the number of moles are present in the 250 ml? How much number of moles are present? So for that purpose, what I will do is 0.76 the into 250 divided by 1000, and that is coming out to be 1 divided 4, and if I divide 0.76 by 4, that is coming out to be 0.19 moles. So the in the 250 ml, the molarity of the solution that is equal to the number of moles is equal to 0.19 moles. Okay, the mass of the calcium carbonate is 1000 grams. 1000 grams means what? There is 1 kilogram. Okay, 1000 grams of the calcium carbonate is given. So here the number of moles of the calcium carbonate के number of moles मुझे फाइंड आउट करना है. तो कैल्शियम कार्बोनेट का मोलिकुलर मास फाइंड आउट करना होगा. तो कैल्शियम कार्बोनेट का मोलिकुलर मास है 100. तो 1000 डिवाइडेड बाय 100, that is equal to 10 moles. So here 10 moles of calcium carbonate is there. According to the given equation, 1 mole of the, so the equation, that is the chemical equation which is given in this numerical, that is it says that according to this equation, 1 mole of the calcium carbonate required 2 moles of the hydrochloric acid. 1 mole of the calcium carbonate requires the 2 moles of the hydrochloric acid. Hence, for the reaction of 10 moles of the calcium carbonate, the number of molecules required is the 20 moles of the HCl. So the double the amount. So the double the amount of the HCl is required here. Okay. So 20 moles of HCl is required. But we have already 0.19, but we have already 0.